G'day and welcome back to Star Citizen. Since I last did a video, 2.6 has been released, which brought with it a number of changes and additions. The biggest one, of course, being Star Marine, the first-person shooter element. But I'm not interested in that, for they had some new ships added, including this one I'm going to show to you today, the Origin 85X, which is a runabout as it is classed, and it is a snub ship by Origin Jump Works, the first ship using their new sort of system for it. And I have to say, it is by far my favourite ship now in the game. It is to the point where I'm not flying anything other than this in the PU. It is just that nice. And you can see why. One of the big reasons is just it is gorgeous as a ship. If I just switch out to here, I've been mucking around with the director mode camera, so we can ignore that. But you can see it is just a beautiful looking ship, so damn sleek. And yeah, it has 2 seats, which is very nice to have. We finally have a small ship with 2 seats that isn't huge like the Reliant. Anyway, we're going to ignore the pilot seat. I'm sure you've seen actually now, if I could speak, some of the many additions that have been added with 2.6. But yeah, I'll have a look at that later. So we'll start with the front. You've got this interesting sort of scoop here. Lights that are very reminiscent of the LED strip lighting you see in modern cars. The entry points are on the side here. The canopy opens up very low, as you can see. You've got these intakes. You've got these long swords under the wings. They're size 1. And under the belly here we got a turret with 2 of these same size 1 guns. So you've got 4 guns on a little snub ship. That is decent firepower. I mean, sure, the S1s don't do a lot, but with 4 of them, that's not bad. And if we keep moving back, you've got these interesting wings. They kind of look a bit like a pterodactyl in a way. Helped on by the shape of the spoiler, because of course you have to have a spoiler in any high-end ship. Just look at Misk and the Starfarer. Oh wait. But yeah, you got some thrusters there. These are the engines at the back. Interesting shape to them. They're quite wide. You got wheeled undercarriage, because that seems to be Origin's thing. Again, I can't speak. Nice little bit of attention to detail on the wheels there. Apparently Origin made the wheels as well. And I kind of like the spokes, or the hubs rather. And then if we keep going the walk around, you'll see there's the entrance to the co-pilot's seat. But let's get in it and we'll take it for a fly. Now you may be wondering where I actually am, given this isn't Port Olisar, but it's running too smoothly, and this is the Crusader map in the PU. But I am running it offline, so there's nobody else here, but as a result I don't have the server bottleneck, so it is running beautifully smoothly. But let's get inside. Nice bit of animation there. Climb on up through the chair, and you can see straight away the seats are laid out very much like you would a car. I'll wait for it to start up before I have a look around. So yeah, you'll see you got this nice sort of control yoke. You got a MFD there, some smaller ones here that you could change if I wanted to. I'm not going to. Little bit of wood trim there on the armrests. They're kind of nice. The original concept art had this entire sort of dash covered as a wood trim, but I think this looks better. And then over there you've got the other seat, so not much to see. But let's get flying this thing. So we'll take off. There we go. I'm using the keyboard, so this isn't going to be as smooth. We'll just fly out a bit. And so we just took off from Korea. That is the security outpost that you're supposed to be using for, well, releasing and removing, rather, your criminal rating if you are a wanted criminal in the PU. Of course, because I'm on my own here, that doesn't matter, so I can walk around here and explore it nicely. But yeah, the ship is very nice, and it does handle very nice too. The ship is supposedly in lore a variation of the M50, or rather it was a design for the M50 that lost out, and they recycled it as a runabout for the 890 jump, which is the big super yacht, which this ship will fit inside. 2 of them in fact can fit in that one's hangar. So that is always a nice touch. Got a bit of flares there, that's always nice. Oh, and a slight pause there, but anyway, I'm just wanting to show off that shape because, yeah, that is cool. But the thing that distinguishes this from the other snub fighters, which at the moment are the Merlin and the Archimedes, is that this ship isn't stuck in one place. You'll see I can bring up the quantum drive and I can travel places, which is so nice to have. I wish more ships had that. As it is, the reason why I don't really fly the Merlin is because you can't go anywhere in the damn thing. Whereas this doesn't have a jump drive, so I couldn't leave the system if there was a way to leave the system right now. But I can fly around and do my business, so it is more or less a complete ship with 2 seats, and that is just perfect. So let's just jump to yellow, why not? Wait for the spool up. It doesn't have very long range, I would assume, but some range is better than not being able to do it at all, right? So here we are, arriving into yellow. There's the lovely dropout effect and the sound. So we can boost ourselves up so I can show the max speed, which tops out at 775. So that's not bad, that's pretty quick, given it's a small ship. And yeah, you got the guns I can use, so I've got them locked forward, so just because I'm using the mouse, and I don't like trying to aim the turrets either at the same time. Ooh, bit of redding out because of the G-forces. But yeah, so that is the Origin 85X. It was available for $50 US in the concept. It is not available right now, but I'm sure it will be back in a future sale, because I don't see any particular reason for limiting it. It is, after all, a pretty decent little ship. No cargo and limited guns, but if you want a runabout to just muck around and fly around the universe exploring and doing whatever you want to do, like me, you'll probably find it becomes your favourite ship in the verse. But until next time, I'm Denodon, this is Star Citizen, safe landings.